Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome to Power Rangers Week Day 7. Now, Day 7, final day. We're going to go with a new item, and something that I think is really good for a finale. Take a look up here. We're reviewing the Ultrazord. Every RPM Zord. The RPM Ultrazord. Every Zord, every Megazord, the entire thing. Not wasting much more time here, let's get started. Now, starting off the review, here is the Eagle Racer. The Eagle Racer, as you can see, is red. It doesn't come like this. I decided to panel line the first 3 Megazords, so the Paleomax, in my opinion, looks perfect the way it is. Don't need to panel line it. Yeah, that's also because there's a ton of panel lines. As you can see, here is the Eagle Racer, part of the High Octane Megazord, the first of the Megazords that make the Ultrazord. Here's his engine cell, which does come with the High Octane, number 1, with this white block around it, like someone did not know how to use Photoshop. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, but overall very nice. It makes vehicle sounds in the cell shift morpher. Off to the side for now. As you can see, we have number 1 is a sticker. This is a regular edition. I didn't like the Disney Store one very much. Sticker dies, and that doesn't look. He doesn't look sleepy. He looks kind of angry, which is cool. Besides, those are the optic sensors, so the Rangers can see what they're doing. As you can see, by filling in all the detail on this thing, it is quite detailed. Every little bit's here. I colored up the front of the engine block. It's no longer red. And then on the bottom here, this. Now, you have already seen me review these things. I did review them in the past. When I had orange tint on my camera. But yeah, there it is. Now to get the engine cell in, just pop this open, like this, flip down this little door, stick it in. He's ready to go. Moving on. Here is the Lion Hauler. Now the Lion Hauler here is the blue Zord. Kind of hard to do it with a black Sharpie since it's very much blue, but you can still see there is a lot of details on this thing. It says 02 Power Ranger up here, which is a change from the show where it says 02 Go Ranger, but that's because in the show they use Japanese footage. I don't know why it won't focus on it, but yeah, you get the idea. Gold striping, and there's all kinds of little details on here. With my light you can see it better. On the top, you got 2 panels. First panel here, open it up and you can stick it in the engine cell, which came with the cell shift morpher. That goes in, and then on the other side here is this little block, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, along the side, details, more details on the bottom. That's about it. Let's move on. Here is the Bear Crawler, which is the one that got the worst done to it because it's got a giant hammerhead now. Overall, looks pretty good. A lot of details, like it's got different things. Really, it was good to paint this one. But yeah, no extra details on the bottom too much aside from what you see. Now, I did do a modification. I took some of the rubber bands from the Mach Megazord's packaging and I strapped them along so that way the engine cell fits in. The engine cell normally just sits in there, and when you go to combine it with the other Megazords, it becomes a problem where you can't store the engine cell in there. So just get these rubber bands and they'll stay in there, which works very good. Now, let's bring them all in. And we can combine. Now, starting off, I'll just move these 2 out of the way. Here's the Lion Hauler. Now, the Lion Hauler, all I have to do is stand them up, split this apart like that, fold out the feet, fold in these parts, bring that down. And there's the legs. And if I adjust my camera a little bit more, sorry if I go out of frame of my reviewing space, this thing's really tall. Unfold these parts down, and click this, and slide the bear collar on. Eagle Zord, just open them up like you're opening the engine cell, and just close those up. Bring the arms down, flip up the head, or you can do that afterward. I just decided to do it beforehand. This just clicks on with two little tabs, and there is the High Octane Megazord. Let me fix my zoom. As you can see, new details are exposed. Very nice looking. This is, of course, regular release, and looks a lot better with the swords than the chromed Disney Store release or the actual Toys R Us release. Now, that little block I mentioned earlier, if you take that out, and you push up his arm a little bit, this unfolds, unfolds, and unfolds into a sword for the High Octane. It's kind of a stubby blade, but that's not too bad. You can also click and take off the backpack here, which is actually the bottom half of the bear Zord, or the bear collar, and you just tab it on there. And there is the High Octane Megazord. That's pretty much all there is to it. So let's move on, and we will talk about the next Megazord. Starting off with the shark spinner here, as I call it. Number 4, nice detailing. You can detach the fish thing off. I'm not really sure what to call it anymore. Rolls very nicely. You can split apart these back parts here, and then you click this down, and then you can slide the engine cell, which came with the Rev Morpher. Click that into place, and you're good to go. The next Zord for Black Ranger is the Wolf Cruiser. Designed after a police car / dog thing. You got a cannon, which actually just over on the regular release. I just kind of painted it over a little bit. At number 5, very cool. Just clicks this down and slot engine cell number 5 in, and you're good to go. And finally, the big brute himself, the Croc Carrier, which makes up most of these Zord. Now, the Croc Carrier here is very nice, number 6. Again, not much detailing, just the orange parts that I can detail. But there you go, I added silver on there for no reason, and there's also some nice molded detail in here, which is very cool looking. Now, as you can see, when you open those up, you get special features, but we'll talk about that in a second. He does have, his mouth does open, so for all you Go Andra fans, get all that stuff. And you won't have problems with engine cells activating. Engine cell number 6, which I didn't even show, I just kind of shoved it in there, came with this Megazord. So very cool. Now, he does have a carrier feature. Being his name in Japan was Carrigator. Just click, there's a tab and a hole on that. A couple tabs on here. And just click those into place. And there is the carrying mode. So you can carry these guys into battle. Now, to start off the combination mode, you want to take this, which is the shark spinner, and you want to fold these parts all the way around. Now, in an interesting note of what you can do with compatibility here, if you take the High Octane and rotate its arm around and up, you can create this, can be an alternate arm for the High Octane, which is used in the show. So very cool. You can also do the same thing with the Wolf Cruiser. I just don't want to show things twice when I can only have to show it once. Now, so that's all ready to go. Wolf Cruiser does similar things. Just click this on and click it there forward. Very nice. Now, want to fold that panel up. Want to split the Croc Carrier in half. Pull up legs, slow them down. Take the helmet out of here. Flip up the arms like this, and bring this down. Clicking this into place. Move the camera up so you can see what I'm doing. Wolf Cruiser goes on this arm, and Shark Spinner goes on this arm, and the helmet goes on top. And there's the Valvemax, which looks a lot better than Gunborough because he's a little bit better looking, in my opinion. But there he is. He does have shoulder articulation. He does have a rotation here, which is very cool. Also, the High Octane does have some articulation also. Speaking of the high octane, here is the high octane next to the Valvemax. So the Valvemax is taller than the high octane. Surprisingly, this is about the same size or even taller than Gunborough. Thanks to DM Fighter for comparison for that. Anyway, there is the two. Now, of course, because this is a combining Zord system, we can combine these two into the Zenith Megazord. So to start off, we'll bring in the high octane and pull the Valvemax off to the side. We'll fold the arms up, rotate them around and flip up the little flaps there, and collapse the feet. Moving that off to the side. Leave the arms as the same. Just put those off to the side. I want to take this piece and fold it open like this. And take and separate them. Pretty much collapsing them back into Zord mode, but not quite. You want to leave it like that. Flip up these panels here. On the same side here. Flip those forward, up and down. Now, put the legs like that. Bring the high octane in. There's two little clips on each foot that will clip into place on here. And there you go. Flip these panels up to give some completion to this. Wolf Cruiser again goes on this arm. And Shark Spinner goes on this arm. I believe so. I am correct. I don't know. These things are confusing. If you haven't put the sword back already like I didn't, that needs to go back in here. Never to be seen again. And then finally put the mask on top. There's the Zenith Megazord. He does have shoulder articulation and he's got rotations here. So very nice. Now, you could get this also with the Toys R Us. There's a Toys R Us exclusive set that was like $44. And you get both the Turbo Edition Megazord and the Valvemax. And that's a pretty good deal considering I paid $40 just for my Valvemax. I just don't like having repeat Megazords. Except when it comes to the Q-Rex and one is missing parts and the other is complete. But yeah, he actually can roll pretty well. So that's a plus. Moving on. Here is the chicken copter, which you can't tell because it's really far away. It's very small. Now, this is part of the Mach Megazord, and I have to thank Mystery Ranger and Ranger Board, who lives in my area. He found a Mach Megazord, and I said, if you ever see another one, I really need one. And he was like, hey, I saw Mach Megazord at Target. I was like, let's get to that. So I went and picked one up, so yay. The only Megazord I didn't buy in stores was the Paleomax, and I got that off eBay for $40 shipped. So that's pretty good. Here is the chicken copter, as I call it, because it really doesn't have an official name aside from Falcon Zord. This does not look like a falcon, it's a freaking chicken. Rotor does spin, which is very nice spinning. Very nice. Now, his engine cell is never officially released because the Skyship Morphin Error came out, but he does have an engine cell slot. And if you bought the Disney Store Cloud Hatch and Sky Morpher set, you do get this, which works, it just rattles around. Moving on, we have next Silver Zord, the Tiger Jet. I really like this one. You can see nice wings. Is there something inside of it? Oh, it's this piece rattling around. Only a few of the stripes are painted, so I just kind of fill in the rest. Go on, well, that's actually the wings symbol on there. Cool. Number 8. It does have an engine cell. It came out with the gold motor morph from the Fall Wave. So I do have that. And it goes in only about that far, but if you push it the rest of the way, it'll go in all the way. And the only way I can figure out to get it out is using a pair of pliers. Pliers. And then finally, the whale. The whale thing. I don't really have a good name for this. Whale Zord. This thing is absolutely massive. It's probably the largest of the Zords, the individual Zords. But anyway, he is quite large. He is a jumbo jet. You can open his mouth. So go whale. Wing symbol. He's number 9. I like how the numbers are on the tail parts, except for on the chicken. But anyway, So he is a whale. Now, of course, because this Zord has nothing else to do aside from inserting an engine cell, which came with this Megazord, so number 9 goes right inside. He does have a alternate jet mode. You can flip this part around. You can split his legs here and click them to place and rotate it like that. And click this into place, like that. And this literally appeared in the show for like 5 minutes. No, not even that long. He just used it for something, I don't remember. It was a very short time. But it's kind of nice that they included it in toy mode. You flip the head back around, and clip these back in place. And there you go. It's a very nice little set, Zord-wise. Of course, we have to combine them. Alright, starting off, you can take the chicken copter, and this time you don't have to... The rotor is removable, but unlike the Japanese version, you don't have to remove it for this. You can just click this up and click that back into place. There's one arm. The other arm, pop this out, and then pop these together. Now you do have the option of closing the rotors, but I really don't do that because I don't really like it like that. So I kind of like it splayed open. Whale Zord does most of it just like the Valvemax did. Split the legs here. Click up these arms and bring up the wings. These two connect in. And connect in. And then last but not least, you take the whale's head off again and put it on the chest. And there is the Mach Megazord. The only one that is only one syllable, Mach, instead of, you know, two names. Like, there's High Octane, Valvemax, there's Mach, there's the Paleomax, but there it is, the Mach Megazord. Not much else to say. You can't do the bow and arrow attack, unfortunately, but that's pretty much it. It does have shoulder articulation, the wings move with it. If you want to, you can collapse the wings down, which is very nice. But yeah, comparison size-wise, I still have these guys combined in Zenith, so it is a little bit shorter. It's about the, I think it's the shortest out of them all. I have a comparison picture with all 4 Megazords I'll show at the end of the video. But anyway, there it is. Now, of course, it has to combine. So I'll bring back the Zenith. Alright, start off, take this piece off, put it off to the side, take off the backpack, and click it out completely. You want to take and fold out the arms and fold those flaps down. Fold out the arms, fold flaps down, and you're ready to go with that. With the Mach Megazord, I'm going to start off by taking the chicken copter, removing this piece, and flipping out the clip on the bottom. Take the Tiger Jet, remove this piece, flip out that, fold these up, and flip out clip on the bottom. With the whale here, you want to take and flip that around, bring these up, take these pods actually off, and in an interesting little fashion, you can't combine them for whatever reason. Take those off to the side, bring these around, bring it like this. You want to take and pull this clip out and down, flip these up, and he's all, well, actually these are supposed to go this way. Sorry. He's all good to go. Now, for this one, you want to start off by taking these and attaching them to the pegs and holes on the bottom of the feet here, because that will add stability when you add a giant whale to the back. You want to take and you want to open the arms up, slide this piece back on, close them up. You can next take this Zord, they just clip into place there. Same with the chicken. Like that. Now, to the back, where it gets a little bit complicated. As you can see, there's all kinds of pegs on here. Starting with this, you want to take and put this mask, like this, up here. That's an alternate. You can just stick it back in the Zord. And then turn it around, and you want to click this shield into place. Or you can leave it off entirely. But these click into there, and that clicks into there. And if I can get this straightened out, turn it around as my set falls apart. Plug the face mask on and flip open the doors, the wings, and there is the SkyRev Megazord. Very impressive looking, though the new Mighty Morphin Megazord isn't as tall as this thing, just to clear that up. Very nice looking. Its shoulder articulation is very limited, if at all, but it looks very impressive. You can also add a Rototachzord if you like, but we'll look at that a little bit later. Anyway, we'll roll this guy out of the way, and we'll go on to the final components. After finally being able to find a good price on these guys on eBay, I definitely jumped at the chance. I've been wanting to get this, and I really did not want my Ultrazord to not be complete. So here is the Paleomax Megazord, the rarest, well, at least in my area. It was actually found in Canada before the Mach and Valvemax were even found at stores, but it never showed up in my area at all. So I went and bought one off eBay. Very nice. It does roll, just not very well, just because these guys are pretty much bricks he's dragging. Starting off, we'll just disconnect the train parts here, which, by the way, there's holes underneath the mouse, and these guys, there's little clips there. Also, the Mammoth has one here. You have to take this back section off, click that up, and we'll put that back on. Here is the Mammoth Zord. The Mammoth Steamer, as I like to call it, just because it's a steam engine. It has this nice little effect with the rails there where his wheels spin. Yeah, the wheels in the front here are also fake, but very nice little design. I like how there's like a steam horn up here. It's got these thruster thing on the back. The trunk doesn't move or extend, but the tusks do move because it's part of the combination deal. So very cool. Not much else to say. It's got nice eyes. I'm not going to panel on this one because it just looks it looks good this way. Super Legends, I guess, SL. If anyone can really explain what that means. Number 10. Now, the engine cell compartment is, of course, down here. So you just have to pop like that. Popping that open is slightly difficult. Take engine cell 10, which should come with the, which makes vehicle noises in the morphers, by the way. It does come with the Paleomax, so you get at least one of the Paleo Zords' things. I never can figure out how to get this. There it is. It goes in this way. Close that up, or close it up and lock it into place. But there it is. That's the Mammoth Steamer. Moving on, here is the T-Rex Liner. Nice design. The T-Rex Liner and the Tricera Liner are pretty much the same mold with new heads and new paint job. So I'll just mostly demonstrate the features here. Fake wheels, unfortunately, but very nice. You can open his mouth quite largely. If you push this peg, you push it down, you get the hook for the train mode. And then if you push it up, you get the engine cell compartment. Now to get engine cells 11 and 12, you have to get the what was it? The Lion and T-Rex Ranger Motomorphs that apparently have only come out in England. Or the UK actually, which is pretty much England. Excuse me. So yeah, American. There's no way to get 11 and 12 in America. So anyway, moving him out of the side. Tricera Liner is the same thing, except he has opposable horns now, and his mouth is open. So very nice. Now, combining into the Paleomax is quite difficult just because of the Mammoth. First of all, you want to take these guys, open their mouths completely, and tilt the legs here. Actually, you don't need to open his mouth all the way, just one click less. Now, taking the Mammoth, you want to take this part back here, flip this down. That's done. You want to take off these side parts here, which will become the arms. Like that, and like that. So you see you have a pair of arms now. Next, you want to take this part off, and you want to put this peg down, and take that off. This will go, yeah, I think it goes this way. I think you flip it around, and it goes, I know there's a way to do this. It's just difficult for some reason, because the Mammoth, oh yeah, it goes this way. No wait, that's the, anyway, well it's just, oh yeah, that's right. You gotta flip this piece around like this, actually, right around like this. You wanna flip that up, and that's his head. This piece will click right, I will figure it out, it will be a miracle. Yeah, this is just difficult for no reason. No, it's not that way. You get it once you look. There you go. It's like that. It forms a little block there. It is a deep red color. Just kind of showing it pinkish, I guess. This clicks on the front. Which is easier said than done. This thing is a very tight Megazord. It's quite difficult to get things into place. Actually, you want to split these horns, just like the original. So you got horn combination there, which is really nice. Get this to click into place, which is, there we go. So you got that. You want to attach the arms now. There, and on there. This goes on here, and you got the top of the body. Bring in each of the legs, which are slanted, so you know which one goes where. Click that into place. It's just tight for some reason. Maybe it's because it's new. I am literally shaking because I can't get these in there. There we go. It's all in now. There is the Paleomax. The Paleomax is my favorite of these Megazords. I really like the design with the chest. It's godly huge. It's got 360 shoulders, and you can, because of this, activate the final attack thing. But that's all the articulation it has. So kind of a step down from the others, which had rotations. But overall, very nice. And you can't see his head. His head is very awesome looking. I love it. So very cool. I already have the Paleo Rangers, so having the Paleomax Megazord is very nice. Now, of course, when you take the SkyRev here, trying to breathe from pushing all this stuff together, you can combine it with the RPM Ultrazord. So let's get started. Alright, starting off, you want to take the legs off of the Paleomax. You want to set these off to the side. These just collapse like this. Like this. This will become this arm. This will become this arm on the Ultrazord. With the rest of the Megazord, you want to take the arms off, those off to the side. Take off this part here, flip this up, take this piece off, close that up, set those off to the side. Take the front, this front part here, I'll leave it like that, so set off to the side. You want to fold the ears back like that, click that into place, and you want to leave them like this. Moving on, if I can adjust the camera to get this in frame, really good. Starting off, you want to fold these up like that, take off the arms, you want to take and fold this around, fold that around, and you want to click that backward. On the back here, you want to take off the shield, fold up it all, then you want to detach it from the feet here. There's a reason for that. Set that back there. Take this one and attach, I believe this one. Yeah, this one. Attach this one here, fold that down. That clicks into place there. And then this one here. Now, we attach these onto the now gigantic platforms that it has. As you can see, there is now gigantic platforms. Starting off, you can attach this piece onto the front of that guy there. For no reason. Attach these arms onto there and onto there, and then you take this one, put it on here, and you do not want to knock these panels off. As I'm trying to get this thing back in. Alright, there you go. Like that. You can bring those up if you want to, but they stick out at odd angles. And then this one, because there's the extra diversion for the tail, so you know where to put what. Those go there. They just kind of stick up at odd angles for. Just never look at this thing from the side. You make sure that the back supports don't ever fall off, because this thing will go toppling to the ground. Trust me, I know. Now, moving upward. Oh, yeah, there's still a couple more things to do down here. This piece is one hole, connects onto here, as I just disconnected the entire leg there. Yeah, this thing always has to have spread legs. And they want to attach the shield here. There you go. Now moving the tripod up. Oh god, I'm not going to get this. Alright, well, we'll attempt this. This part, if I can get my camera far enough back so you can see it, it's this part here disconnects and comes down, and then this piece goes up here and connects on. Then you want to fold okay, I just lost the mask. Kind of like that. So, tilt my camera down and come in for a closer look. I know you can't see the face at all, but you just have to get this piece back onto place, and you want to make sure it's spread out again. Now, attach the T-Rex here. Oh god, I didn't put the mask on right. Okay, here we go. And then the Triceratops there. And you are done. That is the completed RPM Ultrazord. Oh my god. This is the widest zoom angle I have, and you can barely fit this thing on screen. God, this is massive. And it is awesome. All awesome. It's not as big as the Japanese version, but it really doesn't need to be, because if you have 1, 2, 3 Motomorph wheels, you have awesomeness. And if you're in the UK and you can get to the other two, that is also awesomeness. Though it can't really do the show thing with its arms, because it has no articulation. It just stands there and looks freaking epic. And that is all I can say for this thing. It is there. It looks awesome. It is awesome. And it is fun swapping limbs around. And it is fun combining things. And, as a bonus, here's a little size comparison. Saw how big Serpentera was yesterday. Serpentera is only a little bit taller than the Ultrazord here. It's very barely. It's these things up on the top of his head that are making that happen. And I mean, everything on there is just wow. These are the 2 biggest Megazords ever. I think Pyramidas might be taller than the Ultrazords, but I don't think anything's taller than Serpentera. And Super Train might be also a contender, but when I get my Super Train completed, I'll definitely review that. Oh my god, look at this. This is just ludicrous. And if you want to Throwing in something else I reviewed this week. Here's the Q-Rex, which is shorter, but still fun. Yeah. There's not much else to say. You can't do anything with it besides look at it and admire its awesomeness. It's just that awesome. Moving yesterday's toy out of the way. Moving today's toy back into somewhat frame, as I just lost one of that. Just lost one of the back connector pieces. It's never a good idea to roll this thing very much, because you literally will lose balance and the thing will come toppling down on top of you. Yeah. This is pure awesomeness. Now there's other combinations you can do, like have these things sticking out the back and such, but I'm not going to go through that. Oh, wow. Enough gushing over this awesome piece of gigantic chunk of plastic. I hope you enjoyed Power Rangers Week. Hope this was a significant finale. There's not much else to say, aside from till next time, saying goodbye. Soundout 12. You'll pay for leaving me out of Power Rangers Week and Villains Week. For even reviewing my sword. Those bad clones, I thought they'd take care of you. What was that? Ah! I have a feeling this won't be the last time we're gonna meet. If he ever tries anything again, he's getting the gun.